Hey guys, and welcome to a new game on my channel, Factorio. I was checking out some new games to play, and I ran across this one. I had contacted the developers and told them I wanted to do a couple of videos, and they were nice enough to give me a key. So, without explaining too much of the game, basically it's like a top-down Minecraft kind of game, sorta. You guys will see when we get into it. And basically what it is you automate everything, so it's right down my alley. So let's go ahead and play a new game here. I'm going to do new game, and for the most part I'm going to keep everything pretty normal, except, you know, the enemy bases. I think I'm going to go with high for the enemy bases. And let's do big. And richness. Oh, let's do good. So there's going to be lots of enemies. And that's just because I played by myself a little bit to get a handle on the game. And when I had played, I went probably a good 8 hours without seeing any enemies. So, what we want to do here is you can see here it's free play. Basically, it just says that I can run around and do whatever. You know, some people have said that this guy kind of looks like Captain Power. I guess he kind of does. I was thinking more like a Power Ranger. Now, when you zoom in all the way, obviously the quality isn't that great, but the gameplay is really why I'm playing this. So the first thing that we want to do is just kind of scout our area. And I want to be careful not to run into any enemies. It'd be nice to know where they are, but they will attack you as soon as they see you, so I don't want to get too close. The other thing is, just like in Minecraft, I'm looking for supplies. This right here is iron. We have some trees here, not a lot. This here is oil. And I'm looking for some coal and copper, because I'm going to need that plus the iron, and I'm also going to need some stone. Oh, look at that. A huge deposit of copper. 2 big deposits of copper, and there's some stone right here. There's stone up there. If there's coal down here? No, I don't see any coal. Well, let's at least start with our basic crafting. Let's see. So the first thing that I want to make is, if I open up my crafting inventory here, I want to go right here. And I want to make an iron axe. It's basically your basic tool that you would use. And you use it for everything. And you just regular click and it'll make one. And it puts it down here. In your little, you know, what your guy's carrying, what he's using. Same thing with your armor and your weapons and stuff like that. If I right click, it'll make all of them that are available to make, and I don't want to do that. So what I can do with this is go ahead and chop down some trees, and another tree, and another tree, and another tree. But I'm still looking for coal. I don't see any. There's plenty of water. See, the nice thing is this area here on my minimap will be nice and defendable if we do start to get attacked, because we don't have to worry about any attacks except for one direction. And there is a day and night cycle in this game, so that's something to keep in mind. I bet you that's enemies right there. See? Oh, you can kind of see them right there. I don't want to get too close because, oh, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch over here too. Okay, so we don't want to go that direction. So let me see if we can find some coal or something. I'm going to scout around a little bit, and then I will be... Oh, wait. There's some coal. Oh, and some more enemies. I really hope that's not the only coal in the area. Wow, they're all over the place. I am just trapped in here. Holy cow, they're down there too? See them right there? Okay, So I have no coal. Oh, here's some coal. There's some enemies there, and some enemies here. I can't even get close to this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get at least a little bit. Okay, so we're at least getting some coal. Now, I'm gathering up just a little bit, and I want to get a lot more than this. So what I'm going to do is I start out with a burner mining drill. And what I can do is, let's go ahead and zoom in, and I don't want to get too close to those guys over there, is I'm going to set this up right here. And you can see here we can rotate it around, and the little arrow shows where stuff's going to be spit out at. And I know it's safe right here, so I'm going to put this right here. And you can see there, little fuel icon. Doesn't have any fuel. So what we can go ahead and do is open it up and take this little bit of coal that we have and throw it in the fuel slot. And it'll start mining up coal for us. And it'll spit it out right here on the ground. And you can see here there's no room because there's one piece of coal already. So we can go ahead and pick that up. There we go. So we can pick it up and then it'll do it again. And we can pick it up and it'll do it again. But I don't want to do it like that. What I want to do is I actually want to make a wooden chest. And the way that these machines work is if you put a chest right at the output, it will automatically output right into the chest. And see, now it can keep going. And it'll fill up this chest. So we'll just have to let it keep going. And I don't like how... Wow, there's a lot of enemies. I didn't realize it was going to make that many. It looks like we're kind of stuck where we are then. So let's at least get some of this wood. And I'm not going to want to build my base near where the enemies are. They're kind of aliens. I mean, I'm sure you could see that. So I'm thinking what I want is somewhere up here. You know what we could do? Let's go ahead and build our base right in this area where we can easily defend. So I'm going to start by putting down my stone furnace. And just like the other machines, it does need some fuel. But I don't want to put it in there just yet because I don't have anything to cook. Actually, yeah, it should just hold on to it. So let's look at... I wonder if I can make walls. I wonder if walls would be a good thing first. So I can make a couple different things. Normally what you would want to start out with is something like these transport belts, basically conveyors. And you can see there it takes one iron plate, which I have in my inventory. And then it also takes one iron gear wheel. Now it says that I can still make one of them. And that's just because if I go to here, the gear wheels are made with 2 iron plates. So it's smart enough to know that I have the materials to make the gear wheel. And that'll go ahead and you know, give me enough materials to make the transport belt. But I think the first thing that I'm going to want to do is go find... Where was that iron? I think it was over here. And I'm going to collect up a decent amount of iron. Unfortunately, from the start, it is kind of a little bit of a Minecrafty. You know, you're swinging your pickaxe and just collecting stuff by hand. But later on it gets more and more advanced. as you go along. 10 should be good. You can see here my durability on my pickaxe is going down. So let's go ahead and run over here and we can smelt that into plates. So what I can do is I can take my iron and just throw it in this slot here. It'll go ahead and smelt it with the coal that I put in, and it'll give me these iron plates. And while it's doing that, I'm going to need a little bit of stone. And I think I'm going to need 7 if I remember right. So I'll just get like, I don't know, might as well get 14. Because that way it'll give me enough to make 2 furnaces if I need to. And okay, good, those are done. So now we have a couple different things that we can make. This right here, the burner mining drill that we started with, it requires a stone furnace, which a stone furnace, oh, it's only 5 stone. So it requires a stone furnace, 3 iron plates, and 3 iron gear wheels. And I can go ahead and click that, and you can see here, down here, everything is crafting. And we can even grab 1 more piece of stone. And that'll give me enough to make 2 if I really need to. And I don't have any more coal. So I'm gonna have to run down here near where I have my my first drill and hope I don't see those aliens. Okay, so it looks like this drill ran out of coal. So let's grab all the coal. And we're put we'll say 15 in there, because I'm going to need some. Actually, I probably need more in this drill than anything. So we say 24. That'll give me about half of it. And that should run for a little while. Now the aliens will attack that eventually as they start to move out. So defenses are something that I'm probably going to want to think about sooner rather than later. Especially with this many aliens around. So if we come back up here, what I can do is I can go and I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to make another wooden chest. We'll put that down right in front of it. And we'll go ahead and throw this coal in. And now that should start automating the iron for me. Now, I still have to provide this with coal, but it's a lot faster than if I were to do it with a pickaxe. So let's look here. You know, I wouldn't mind some transport belts. Get stuff a little bit closer to where I'm building my base. So for those, though, I am going to need a lot more of this iron. So let's run and smelt this up. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut a little bit here and get some of this iron cooked up. See if I can get a decent amount. And then I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so I have 44 iron plates, which is, but it's not a huge amount. It's pretty decent. So I'm going to run up here and see how this is doing. And then I think we should start working on maybe getting these materials a little bit closer to our base. There we go, 30 more. And there's a decent amount of coal in there. I put a whole stack of coal back in the drill that's, you know, digging up the coal, because I don't want that to run out. That's my fuel source. So let's go ahead and try to cook these up. And what I want to do is I want to make one of these burner inserters. So we're going to make one of those, and it goes right here. And then we're going to make a whole bunch of belts. And I'm going to tell it to do 5. And actually, let's do 5 more. So let's see how 20 of these transport belts does for us. And I think because it's so dangerous going down here, I want my first conveyor belts to get me away from these aliens, so I don't have to get so close. So let's come down here, and yeah, perfect. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and pick this up. You just hold right click and you can pick up anything that you put down. And I want to have these come up. So they're going in the right direction, so we just go ahead and place them down. And what I'm going to do is just hop on it and it'll take me with it. So, not a lot. But what we're going to need at the end here is some way. I can't just put a chest here, it just doesn't go into the chest. So I need this burner inserter. And you can see here it has an arrow. So let's turn it around, and we want it to go from this belt into this chest. And we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of coal. That'll work. And it'll start taking stuff off the belt and throwing it into the chest. And just top this off. So let's go ahead and let's make the rest of our belts. 6 more. Well, that's going to get us a little bit closer. I think what I'm going to do is leave this burner inserter where it is and just go ahead and run some more belts, because I don't have a lot, so I'm not going to get too much closer. But ultimately my goal is to get that coal way up here. And I mean way up here. I actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and move this down a little bit. Let's get right here in between these 3 little pockets of water. So that way we're not so far from the coal here. And, you know, we're kind of in between the coal, the iron, and the copper is right there. So just throw this back down. And 30 more iron plates. Let's go ahead and get these crafted. And while they're crafting, and the nice thing is you don't have to sit at a crafting table or anything like that. You can actually run around. Now you can't craft stuff while other stuff is crafting. It has to wait until one job's finished. You can queue up things, but it still has to wait until one thing is finished before it'll start working on the next. So if you start working on something that's going to take a long time, then that's, you know, you got to keep that in mind. So let's throw these in here, and let's see how much closer we can get now. I kind of at least want to get my coal supply up here. I mean, if I have to run down... Oh, I thought there was an alien there for a second. If I have to run down to refill this, and that's one thing. Yeah, when you hear that noise, it means you're too far away, basically. So now we have to just remove this tree, because it's kind of in the way. And that's at least closer. So I think I'm going to need some more steel plates. And with the steel plates we have, we should be able to get to about here, which isn't too bad. I mean, if our base is right here. So let's go ahead and make 5 more of those. And I'm going to actually remove that inserter in the chest. And just kind of let stuff pile up on the conveyor belts here, which is fine. It can do that. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And we'll get this here and this here, so stuff will just go along the conveyor belts, and then it'll just pile up a little bit. I think at this point I want to rotate it, and you just use the R key to rotate. And oh, that's it. I'm gonna need some more. I'm still waiting on stuff to cook up here. Well, we'll give it just a minute. Let this finish. At the start, it's a lot of running around. I mean, if you're lucky and you get everything close together, then it makes a big difference. I also did notice that down here, I don't know if you can see, let me pull up my map. If I zoom in, you see this right here? So right here, we have our coal, and there's our conveyor belt. Right in there is a pocket of iron. So at some point, it might actually be a good idea to try to push these aliens out and take over this area. Unfortunately, it's not something I can do right at the moment with just a pistol. To be 100% honest, a pistol and 10 rounds, you're dead. Unless it's just 1 or 2 aliens coming after you, you're gonna die. So this will at least give us 20 more conveyors. And let's see how much farther we can get it. See how the coal's just stacking up? And it doesn't hurt anything. So let's go ahead and start turning it up again. Yeah, and I'm out. So we're getting closer. I know it's a lot of iron just on conveyors, but I'm going to give it a minute, let this go ahead and plow through these, and I'll be right back. Oh no! No, 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 no! They're attacking something. Oh no. Okay, well, at least they didn't get... At least they didn't destroy the mining drill. Unfortunately, I don't have the materials I need for a repair pack. And these are just completely destroyed. I was making some more transport belts. And I guess I could just throw them down here. So, this is not going to be fun. Well, at least that's running still. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on it. You can see here, I already went through 2 clips of ammo. So this is definitely going to be a harder game. If it gets too much before I can actually research anything, then I may end up, having to start a new game. But at the moment, okay, this will have to do right here. At the moment, this is what we're going to stick with. So let's throw this in here, and now we should start getting a whole bunch of coal. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to grab the last of my iron plates that I had cooking up, and I'm going to start working on something that's going to help. Let's do another burner drill, and we might as well make one more chest. And I don't have much coal, but what I'm going to do is set this up right here to start getting some stone. And that way it's automating stone for me, and while it's doing that, I'm going to get a little bit of copper. Now, copper is used for your electronic components, basically electronic circuits and stuff like that. Copper wiring. Okay. Oh no, they're doing it again. Oh, and I'm not fast enough. I know they're gonna destroy stuff. I think that was all of them. I'm gonna have to make transport belts. That is not what I planned on making with this stuff. Let's refill that. Well, at least that's working. Now I can pick them up from right here, but I really want them to get up higher. You know, for right now, I think we'll stay on this map here. Why are you not picking up that piece of coal? Is it on the ground? So I think we'll go ahead and stay with this map for right now. But if things get too much, then maybe we might have to start over. You guys let me know what you think. Do you want me to, you know, just deal with the challenges here, or, you know, start a new map on maybe not so dense? Well, maybe we can keep the aliens just as dense and hard, but maybe see if we get a better spawn. I'm up for just about anything at this point, so I'm gonna let the stone cook up here, and while it's doing that, I'm gonna check on my iron, because I'm gonna need to make another conveyor to fix that one that they broke. Watch. As soon as I get up here, that's when they're gonna start attacking it again. You can see why getting things closer makes a big difference, but then you don't want to leave stuff unprotected either. We're making 10. So let's get these iron plates cooked up. And what I can make now is in combat. I can make these walls. Now, 2 walls by itself isn't going to do much. And I probably should set up. Let's set up another furnace. And I'm just going to take half of the coal, throw it in here, and I'm going to get the stone cooking. Because I'm going to need more of the bricks too. And what I was thinking is, I can encase my my conveyors in walls. And sure, that's going to make them come up here, but at least if they come up here in 1s and 2s, I can deal with them up here rather than them, you know, just breaking down my machines and then I have to rebuild. So let's make 1 repair tool and a couple more conveyors. Because by now this is probably really backed up down here. Yeah, see? So we're finish off that, and then I'm going to take my repair tool and go ahead and... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to take my repair tool. That one's health is 100. Oh, there's the one. Oh! Wow, I really don't want to deal with these guys right now. So let's do this. Let's start putting a wall down. I know it's not much. That's all I have at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, between this episode and next, I'm going to try to fend these guys off. And I'm going to try to collect up some more resources. And then next episode, we'll come back and maybe see if we can do some other stuff with the automation here. This is just the basics of the game. It really gets hugely in-depth. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.